Good evening, all. Welcome to today's session. I'm Ruchita, your host, and we are here to discuss. We are here to start a new batch, a new session, and start off the journey for people who have just joined us. For those of you who've been with us past couple of months, congratulations, and I hope you're seeing the results you were looking for when you entered this program. Today, we are going to focus on why health and why now. you know we are having these programs, everybody's taking time from their busy schedules to just be here and listen and understand our health better. Why health? Why do we need to discuss it today? Why is it alarmingly slipping out of people's control? And why are people getting more and more lifestyle diseases? To cover all this and much more, it's my honor and privilege to invite Farooq Tarpur to start the session. He's an Olympian, two-time world champion in sailing. He's won innumerable awards like Chhatrapati Shivaji Awards and Arjuna Award. He's had an active sporting career of 40 plus years. He's a flag bearer on this journey with the mission Har Ghar Healthy, Har Ghar Medicine Free. Let's listen from him, guys. Over to you, Farooq.
Thank you, Ruchita, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to this exciting Monday session. Today, we are going to be talking about, why health. I've just returned from a destination wedding, and I was just looking at the kind of food that people were putting on their plates, through those various events. And the thought ran through my mind that, wow, their gut health is not going to be happy with what they are going to be eating. And it's not only about destination wedding, but it's just that you got to understand that lifestyle diseases are not basically cured by allopathic drugs necessarily. Okay, they can be cured by just changing the lifestyle that is the real reason behind those lifestyle challenges. So, what you eat, ask yourself a question, is this food on my plate going to be happy with my good bacteria? Will it increase my good bacteria? Will it reduce my bad bacteria? Will my digestive system be happy? Because if the digestive system is not happy, more and more research is today revealing that most of the lifestyle challenges and diseases, which were originally thought to be not connected with the gut, are really now getting the connection that they all start from the gut. And it is so natural. And that is the reason why we call the gut the second brain today. There is a connection. Just think about it. Your really fancy car, you put even if you put the best oil and the best fuel in it, but if you don't get it serviced, it won't run efficiently. And if your digestive system is not working well, even though you might be, which is very difficult today, okay, to get the right nutrients, the right macro and the micronutrients, it will still not reach the various parts of the body which are required. One of the things today that I'm going to share with is a really very important aspect that as you age, one thing that you really need to check are your nails, because the nails are at the extremes of your body, and that is a very good indicator that if your nails are smooth, nice and shiny, then your nails are getting the nutrition. If your nails are bent, they are brittle, they are cracking, it is the first sign that the extremes of your body are not getting good nutrition. And if the extremes of the body are not getting good nutrition, it is very likely that you're suffering from one of the following: sedentary lifestyle, no exercise, the combination of the macro and the micronutrients required by the body are insufficient. And even if they are sufficient, your blood circulation is not good, and hence it's not reaching the extreme ends. So pay a close attention, to the nails on your in your hands and your feet, especially. It will be a good indicator as to where you are heading. Simple things, like glucose control and all, can be very, very easily handled if you realize what you need to do, if you monitor that what is happening when you're eating, what is happening when you're having a sedentary lifestyle, what is happening when you're exercising. You'll find the safest way to your holistic health. Today, you're very fortunate because you're going to be hearing from somebody who has had a massive transformation, a transformation like you would not believe. In fact, if you see her before and after pictures, you would probably think that they are photoshopped. I promise you that they are real. And in fact, the photos don't do that much justice that it should do if you really see the person live. So listen to Deepika very carefully, because what she has said might have a significant impact on your holistic health. It will not only help you, your holistic health will also help you to transform the holistic health of your friends and your family. Everywhere I move around and I see people and I see the suffering and I see the level of the dependence on medication, it is very depressing. And this whole community over here, has been started with just one purpose, that Herger healthy, Herger medicine free. So over to you, Deepika, and listen to her very carefully.
Thank you so much, Farooq. Thanks a lot, Ruchita. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very interesting topic indeed. I remember when I met Farooq for the first time. And ever since I have met him, each time, his focus, like today he's mentioned, has always been on being healthy, being in the optimum weight category, being fit, being active. And I used to always wonder that, at the end of the day, it's everybody's choice and it's everybody's life. Why the concern is so consistent over a period of time, and why is he wanting everybody to fall in line in terms of pursuing a great health? I little did I realize at that point of time, because my interests were different and my priorities at that point of time were different. But when you come onto the other side of health, which is having a great health, having the optimum height is to weight ratio, having all your parameters in the given range, how empowered you feel, how good you feel, how full of energy you feel, how more confident you are that you have the capability of not only taking charge of your health, of your fitness, of the lifestyle challenges that the life can pose, and you have the ability to overcome it. So this is typically it is said in other parlance, but I'll say that ये वो लड्डू है कि जब तक आप खाओगे नहीं आपको पता नहीं चलेगा कि इसका स्वाद क्या है और इसके फायदे क्या हैं. So the whole passion and our mission to move forward with great health and Har Ghar Healthy, Har Ghar Medicine Free is because the flag bearers of this program are already living a life where perhaps they and their family members have not been to a doctor for a very, very long time. Especially for things, for which people like you and me, we would just rush to the nearest physician, we would rush to the nearest hospital or whatever. These are people who've taken complete charge and control of their health, for their family's health. And, it's kind of a resolution that they will correct whatever lifestyle challenge that is thrown at them by making those amendments in their diet, making those amendments in their lifestyle, and making sure that they can overcome that. So let's get started with today's session. I am really, really excited, and I hope I'm able to convey what I wish to all of you. Okay, so let's start on a lighter note, which says, I promised a list of New Year resolutions. Here's the first. Stop procrastinating so much. And the second is that I'll post the rest of it tomorrow, or maybe a day after, or maybe never. So why this particular slide? Because we are at the end of 2024, and I'm sure 2025 will bring a lot of happiness and health and fitness for all of you. But I think I have heard Farooq say for years now that, out of 100 gym memberships that are signed on the 1st of January, barely 3 to 4 actually make it to February or March. And I know that's a fact because me being on the other side of weighing scale all my life, firstly, from say September, July, August, September onwards, I would start postponing my resolution to get my health in control, weight under check, to the 1st of January. And the 1st of January, I would certainly, be first would turn into second because, 31st evening we have partied. So can't get up on first morning. And second, third, fourth would be the most aggressive, workouts in the morning. And slowly they would fall into 2 to 3 days a week to once a week, and then probably just zero. So I am sure most of us relate to it. This was the story of my life for sure for a very long time. But let's make a little bit of change for those of you who are thinking, okay, if I have to approach somebody to show them what this program is all about and make them your health buddy, probably say from 1st of January, or some of you who are new to this program and are thinking, okay, let 31st December pass by and I will start my journey on 1st of January. Why not start your journey tomorrow itself? Why not be ahead of the game, say by another 13 days? You will be breaking your own jinx of, starting something on the first of the year or the first of the month. And perhaps this is your flag to tell you that, okay, start now, start today. So great health, best of fitness, why health and why now. I'm going to be sharing some, figures with you, some data with you. You can have two reactions to it, or maybe three. The first is that you get scared. The second, okay, these are alarming numbers, and how can I take care of this? And, how can I do something about it? The second is that you can say that my life so far has been going good, and I'm sure it'll go great. So I really don't want to get bothered by these numbers. And the third is that perhaps you can ask yourself this question that, okay, the data and the numbers look scary. What I can do is I can perhaps take charge of my health to begin with. Something, and this is the only thought which perhaps Farooq had when he started off his career, especially in the sporting field. Perhaps this was the thought that Anaita had when she was going through one of the toughest phases of her life health wise. This was the thought that perhaps Raj and Anu had when coming from a corporate background and coming from a very non medico or health background or nutrition background. They thought of taking charge of their life in their early 30s. They did not want to wait till things go bad for them to, try and reverse it. Perhaps this was the whole idea that probably Veda had, or people like us, that we wanted to take charge of our health today. Why now? Because there is no better time than now to do it, because we don't know what life is going to unfold. We are living in highly unpredictable times. Today everything is fine, and tomorrow one sudden report comes and your life is thrown off balance. I'm saying it out of experience. We have seen people around us, in our family, in our friend circle, in our colleague circle, that suddenly one day you are surprised and you don't know where the life is going to head. So why not stay one step ahead of it and probably take that charge and take that control? So I leave it for you to decide that out of the three reactions of being scared, of probably not getting bothered at all, or probably taking the wise call that, okay, I would like to take charge of myself. That's something that's in my control. So let me see how can I reverse these numbers, at least for me and my family. Okay. So we need a program. We need this program because it is extremely a person, individual specific need basis program. It's not one formula that's working for all. We have tailor made it to each and every participant's requirement basis, their background, their lifestyle, the city that they are a part of, the problem that they have at hand, what they want to reverse. It could be weight gain, it could be weight loss, it could be reversing a lifestyle challenge, whatever it is that your requirement is, we are willing to tailor make this program for you. Now, what is a healthy lifestyle? What are we aiming at? When Farooq says Har Ghar healthy, Har Ghar medicine free, what do we really want to do? We want to incorporate, the healthy lifestyle. It focuses on 8 parameters predominantly. It is your emotional well-being, it is your environmental well-being, financial well-being, because 99% of individuals today are under tremendous stress because their finances are not in order. So that is a very key thing. One cannot overlook that. Your intellectual well-being, occupational well-being, physical, social, and spiritual well-being. How is it that this entire program is going to address all these 8 parameters? Let's understand why health, why now. Now, talking about the numbers, 8 out of 10 Indians are deficient in protein. 80% people in India are totally deficient in protein. 9 out of 10 Indians are not even aware that what is their daily requirement of protein. Yes, we need protein. Social media is talking all about it. But if I pick up three individuals from the street and I ask them that, okay, given your age and your weight, how much protein do you require on a daily basis? They would not have a clue. 90% of them would not have a clue. The ones that would have a clue, if I ask them that how much of this percentage that you require every day, how are you fulfilling it? Or are you sure that you're getting as much protein that is required by your body in a day? How do you think that the food that you're eating can give you that much? They would not have an answer to that. So imagine not being aware about how much you need, not being aware about how can you get how much you need. That really increases the gap of the nutrition or the protein that your body needs and what you're actually giving it. Now, studies say 7 out of 10 Indians don't even meet the daily requirement for fiber. Now, for those of you who've been a part of this program, I think we've been repeatedly talking about fiber, fiber, fiber. Have as much fiber as you can. People who've completed the gut reset. I personally feel that post gut reset, if there is one thing that can ensure your gut health to the 10 on 10 optimum performance, is the more fiber you feed your gut, the cleaner and hassle-free your gut will be. But what do? 70% of Indians don't even know how can they meet the requirement, a fiber requirement every single day. 8 out of 10 Indians suffer from micronutrient deficiency. We've studied about, we've learned about macronutrients, which is protein, fats, fiber, carbohydrates. We've learned about micronutrients, which are your vitamins and minerals. If you don't know what you don't know, how will you address that problem? It's like living in a, they say ignorance is bliss. Trust me, my dear friends, in today's era, ignorance is not really a bliss. You need to know what your body needs and how are you feeding what your body needs. So as per reports, micronutrient intakes of 70% Indian population is less than 50% of recommended daily allowance. Imagine, these numbers are alarming. These numbers can be scary, but they can be, a wake-up call for those of us who are on this program. The fact that you are logged into this session right now is more than evident that you are wanting to take charge of your health. 4 out of 10 Indians are obese. I think this number is very less. It is not 4, it may be certainly more. So out of 132, 35 crore Indians, if about 40% people are obese, where are we headed? 3 out of 10 deaths occur by cardiovascular diseases. Now, I come from I belong to Delhi and Gurgaon, and in Delhi and Gurgaon, um, you will see the fanciest I mean, you may not find a 5-star hotel, but you will certainly find a 7-star hospital there. I know of a hospital in Gurgaon which has PVR cinema inside the building of the hospital. Where are we headed? Is it something to be taking a lot of pride in, that we have innumerable 5-star facilities, hospital facilities? Or is it a very sad state of affairs that we have that the requirement for hospitals is growing more and more? Despite being so many hospitals, God forbid, if somebody has to go, we have to struggle to get a bed, we have to struggle to get a room. The situation is really, really grave, and we really need to give it a thought. So roughly 10 crore people in India out of the country's population are living with diabetes. That's more than about 11.4% of the entire population. Now, these are people who've been diagnosed. There are a lot of people who are not aware that they are diabetic or they are pre-diabetic. So 15.3% could be living with pre-diabetes, 50 to 60% people progressing from pre-diabetic to diabetic. Why health? Why now? These are the reasons why you really need to think whether or not you'd like to be a part of this program, whether or not you would like to complete your journey, come out of this program, absolutely as a winner, reversing whatever problem that you have, overcoming that problem, and being on the other side of the situation where you want to be fully empowered. Now, how has our activities decreased over the year? Just a pictorial representation. 40,000 years ago, humans were hunters and gatherers. They were working 10 to 12 hours of arduous activity per day, running from one place to the other, trying to hunt. About 10,000 years ago, we were still tilling land and raising livestock. So we still were doing 10 to 12 hours a day of, arduous labor. About 125 years ago, we had industrialization. People were going to the factory, people were working, standing or whatever, and still working 8 to 10 hours of the day. What are we doing right now? You are almost, I mean, out of these 24 people that we are there, I'm almost certain that 90% of us must be sitting at a place and listening to me, having a look at this entire training program. What are we doing? We basically barely have about 25 to 30 minutes of activity per day. The food that we used to eat some 40,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, or 125,000 years ago was just a percentage of the food that we are having today. Why? Because there was scarcity. People did not have as many resources. Financially, they were not stable, say about 125 years ago. Prior to that, we did not have money, but people had to really hunt for their food. People had to really source their food every single day. They did not have refrigerators and pantries and cupboards and the instant deliveries to them that food would reach them within 5 to 10 minutes. So today we are eating more calorie dense, we are working out much less, so the input is much higher than the output. Hence most of the people are more than the weight that they're supposed to be, given their height, given their age and their body type. Now, now physical inactivity affects 1 out of 4 people worldwide. I'm sure you agree with me. Sedentary lifestyle is called the disease of 21st century. We may agree, we may choose to not to agree, but that's a fact. It's a risk factor for various metabolic disorders like cardiovascular diseases, elevated blood pressure, type 2 diabetes. And whatever I'm saying, I'm sure you will relate to it, because I think these are 3 such lifestyle challenges or diseases or issues that even a 7, 8 year old child would know, okay, my Dadaji has this problem, my Nanima has this problem, my father eats BP medication, my mother is pre-diabetic. Why? Because it is so penetrated to such a micro level in our lifestyle these days that each and everybody is aware. Yet, how much are we doing about it? Poor food habits. Oh my God. Excessive screen. Poor food habits. Um, I've been saying it repeatedly: processed food, packaged food, high calorie. I have done all of this. Trust me, I have done this all my life. And I wish that this awakening had come to me, even if it would have come to me 10 years before it actually did. I think I would have been in a lot better shape than I am right now. But packaged food, it looks very light, and it looks as if itna sa khane se kya hoga, it's just 50 grams of chips, or it's just 100 grams of some kind of packaged popcorns. Look at the nutritional fact. Every pack which is available for 10, 20 rupees, what are you going to get? What you're going to get is a lot of preservatives, lot of sodium, lot of unnecessary calories. Each of these packets, on an average, they contribute to about 425 to 500 calories every single packet. Imagine if you have a hearty meal with lots of veggies, salad, dal, chawal, roti, whatever, it would still not amount to about 500 calories. But we eat that like it takes you less than 2 to 3 minutes, or maybe 5 minutes at the max, and suddenly after half an hour you're feeling hungry, and then we again succumb to these processed and packaged foods with very high preservatives, with very high sodium content, with a lot of empty calories. Please stay away from this. Stay away from. I have most of big chunk of post married life. My family and friends knew that if there is there's a fancy dinner we are going to, or at somebody's place, aerated drinks was my weakness. And I thought that this is one thing I can never give up. uh, it's completely out of my household now. I mean, they don't come, and if even if they come for somebody, uh, mentally somehow I am aligned in such a way that I know that this is not good for me. And I repeatedly say this, that my biggest takeaway being a part of this community is this mindset shift. Today I was talking to somebody, and that lady told me that as long as I'm a part of the program, when I'm following, but when even if I get diverted for a day, then it kind of starts slipping away. Then I'm like, okay, let me have another one. That fragile moment when you're wanting to eat what you're not supposed to, when you're wanting to cheat, or when you're wanting to indulge, that fragile moment, the only thing that will help you restrain yourself is your mindset. And that mindset shift is my biggest takeaway. I mean, I can write a book on how this entire understanding, this entire knowledge, information that we've got from this program has helped me change my mindset about the food that's on my plate and what's going in my body. So stay away from unhealthy food. Excessive screen time. These days, all our fancy smartphones and our laptops can actually calculate the amount of time you're spending every single day. It may be a good idea to keep a tab on that. All these smart gadgets can also, you can put a lock on them that after a certain amount of time every single day, that particular application will not work for you. Look for these little cheat codes. I mean, it's good to cheat when those cheating codes are helping you become a better person mentally, emotionally, physically, overall, spiritually. Look for these cheat codes to probably restrict you from getting excessive screen time and being on social media unnecessarily. Now, 3 out of 4 Indians don't get good quality sleep at night. Now, there are a ton of contributing factors which don't help you sleep well at night. We've understood it in a couple of sessions before. It could be your poor eating habits, the time at which you are having your last meal. What are you having in your last meal? What activity have you done after having your, have you gone for a walk? Have you done some form of exercise? Have you meditated or not? Then what are you doing after your meal and before your bedtime? Are you again glued onto the screen? Are you watching too much of TV? Or are you probably reading a book which will probably help you put to sleep? Now, look at this. What impact does it have on your family? Your family is wanting your attention, you're not able to give. Your family is wanting your time, you're not able to give. Your family goes through emotional trauma. Your family goes through stress. What effect does it have on you when you're too much on the social media and it's being repeatedly even said on social media? I mean, what a it's a double-edged sword. On one side, we are hooked on to social media, and it's the same social media where you'll hear a lot of people saying that the life of people that you see on social media may not be what it is. So yes, we do get inspired, or we do get kind of that impacts us mentally. That can lead to depression, because oftentimes we put ourselves in this position that people around me are having a good time, they are growing, they are traveling, they are having fun with their life. What am I doing? I'm stuck here, so on and so forth. Your activity can get impacted, your mobility can get impacted, because like I always say, that you start watching, being on the social media at 11 o'clock at night, and within 5 minutes, when you check the time again, it might just be 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so the pun is intended. So your longevity gets affected. You will have higher stress levels. You will have a lot of anxiety. It can cost a lot to you as a person and for your family as well. So stay away from that. If you incorporate good habits in your life, which could be eating better, which could be working out, which could be sleeping, which could be meditating, doing stress relieving activities rather than stress inducing, you will have no unease. And when you will be at complete ease is when you will probably not succumb to any kind of disease. Stay ahead every day. There are ways and means for you to do that. You have this program which is talking about best of health, best of fitness. It's a very, very neat based program for all of us. What are you going to get when you do this? You will get a diet guidance. Now, each time before being a part of this program, wanted to get better in terms of my health, lose weight, so to say, the first thing that came to my mind, I will have to eat what I don't want to, and I'll have to stay away from what I want to eat. I will have to do too much of workout to burn my calories. I may not be able to continue with that. So the negative thoughts came much faster. The beauty of this program is that whatever food, diet guidance that you get, you will be getting it from the kitchen that you already have in your house. We are not asking you to procure the fanciest of cereals, the fanciest of grains. It is very, very, what should I say? It's very comfortable for you to adapt to this diet lifestyle, already following or having from what is being cooked in your kitchen. So that's a very comfortable arrangement. I still remember some 20-25 years ago, Delhi had this massive uproar about, these nutritionists and dietitians. And every time I went to them, they would give me a week-long diet, which was, I think, tailor-made, which was not tailor-made, which was the same for everybody. And I had to pick up these fancy cereal boxes, which were very expensive. And the continuity of that was always a question. So yes, you get meal guidance, you will get your plans, you will get exercise guidance. People like me who've lost this kind of weight, I need to tone up my body, I need to take care of my forearms, I need to take care of my other loose fat which I have in my body. Thanks to those exercises that Farooq has shared on the group and on the website, which is targeting all those key areas which I require or which require attention. So how can you incorporate that in your daily life, whether or not you step out of your house? Healthy habit building. Uh, Amazing. Plan in advance, take a day, take 1 hour on every Sunday, planning your week, planning what your meals are going to look like, what kind of pantry do you need. So when I say pantry, yes, I said we don't need any fancy elements, but when you're picking up fruits, you should know what kind of fruits are good for you, given what your goal is, for what you have joined this program. What I mean to say is, if you're a diabetic and you're wanting to reverse your diabetes, there are certain fruits that we would want you to avoid. If you're wanting to lose weight, there are certain types of fruits we would want you to avoid completely, and there are certain types of food we would want you to have in a certain time of the day. So it's a knowledge-based educative content. There is a product regimen. Yes, we strongly, very, very strongly would recommend you to take some supplementation, because the whole idea of calorie deficit, the whole idea of putting in less number of calories and burning more calories will certainly result in a nutritional gap. So when you're putting in less calories, you need to bridge that gap. But when you're bridging that gap, you should not be probably putting in more calories. You need to be putting in that much of nutrition, which is devoid of unnecessary calories, which is devoid of unnecessary carbs, which is devoid of unnecessary fats. So that is where pure supplementation with phytonutrients, a plant-based product, comes to you. And that is what we recommend. Lifestyle, your stress and sleep guidance. In the last session, I briefly mentioned about the art of breathing. Now, I said it then, I'll say it now. I'll say it now. Most of us feel, I don't need to learn how to breathe. That's something I've been doing even before I knew I'm going to be a part of this world. But my dear friend, you need to learn how to breathe. You need to get into the habit of meditation. You need to learn how can you sleep better. Because just once you experience what changes it brings to your life, you will come back and thank the community. You will come back and thank our mentors. So community engagement and support. You run and you run alone, you may not be able to run very far. But when you run with a health buddy, when you run with a running partner, when you tend to slow down, you will have somebody holding your hand and making sure that you don't stop. You may slow down, but we won't let you stop. We won't let you break away. We won't let you deviate. We won't let you get distracted. We will pull you back. Why would we do that? Because someday, a couple of months ago, somebody did that for us. And we understand and we realize the importance of somebody not giving up on you, somebody reminding you, despite a 3-month long plateau, that you will still break this plateau. You will be able to lose more weight. You will be able to achieve what you're wanting to. This constant reminder of somebody who's your well-wisher, whose interest is vested in your betterment, is what you require to stay consistently a part of this community, a part of this group and program. Now, as per Ayurveda, human body is like building, and to maintaining a balance of stable building, we need strong pillars. What are these pillars? You need a great sleep. I hope you agree with me. Adequate hydration. Oh my God, this is my all-time favorite thing. You cannot be dehydrated, you cannot be overhydrated, you need to be just rightly hydrated. You need to have a balanced diet. Nothing can compare to this. You need regular exercise, you need daily exercise, whichever form floats your boat, be it dancing, be it cycling, be it aerobics, be it going to the gym, be it going out for a run or for a walk, be it yoga. Do whatever you like, but you need to exercise daily. You need to have supplementation. You need to supplement the nutritional gap between what your food has to offer and what your body needs. You need to reduce stress. Now, I'm not saying completely eradicate stress, because everybody has different reasons to be that stressed about, but can we prioritize and say, okay, out of these 10 things that are bothering me, I'm not going to talk about the least 3 bothersome things, because they are eating more out of me than they are actually giving me. And, I have read in a couple of books that there are some things you can control and some you cannot. The ones that you can control, you don't need to be stressed about, because just take charge and take care of those things. And the ones that you can't control, what can you do? You can't control. You want to be stressed. But if you can prioritize and be stressed about things that are more important to you and your family, that will go a long way for you. So shades is one way to remember how, what are these pillars of great health. They will help you maintain your overall health. Living long. So what is your choice? You want to live long and die short, or you want to live short and you want to die long. Why are we accepting that once somebody is in their 30s, they will start having BP and thyroid and diabetes and cardiac related issues? These were lifestyle diseases that, say, about 30, 40 years ago, people who had crossed 60 years of age used to, succumb to. We have never heard this growing up, that, a 30-year-old man had a cardiac arrest and, he passed away. So it's your choice for you to take this decision today, that would you still want to wait till 1st of January, or probably you'd like to prepone that 1st of January for, by 13 days and probably start tonight itself. Because who is it going to benefit? You. Once it benefits you, you see the results. Who is it going to benefit thereafter? Your family members, people whom you love the most. And I'm sure you'll be concerned about their great health. So would you rather live 100 years, or would you rather, or a healthy and fit 100 years? The decision is yours. How can you improve your health span? You can improve your health span by having an optimized living for a longer period of time, rather than probably living, nice, exciting 20s to 30s, doing whatever is it that you want, and then struggling from 40 to 70 to 80 years. It's better to have a balanced lifestyle across, so that you can live longer and live healthier. So diet, exercise, self-care, and strong social connections. Why strong social connections? Because we are similar to the 5 people that we interact with almost on a daily basis. So look around you. People, your immediate, your inner circle, is it helping you grow to be a better person, or is it, pulling you the other way around? Now, how does great health affect you? We'll briefly touch upon the fact of a healthy gut. Our gut, when we are born, when we are brought into this world, nature gives us 85% of good bacteria, which helps promote healthy digestion and, great healthy health of our organs, our skin, our joints, our weight, our immunity, our mood. So the good bacteria is called bacteroidetes. The bad bacteria is called firmicutes. The bad bacteria is just about 15% when we are born. The good bacteria is about 85%. Thanks to the lifestyle that we are part of, thanks to the indulgences that we get involved in, this entire ratio gets reversed. So if you pick up anybody today, in their teens, in their 20s and their 30s, this ratio is completely reversed. When you become a part of this program, when you start with this program, the first thing that we request you to do is to go through a complete gut reset. We do a factory resetting to your gut, so that all the good bacteria is restored. The bad bacteria is minimalistic, absolutely minimum. People who come to us, they usually, they would have some kind of digestive issues. They would have bloating, they could have constipation, they could have acid reflux. I, for one, was on a pill for acid reflux and GERD problem for about 12 to 13 years. And I used to pop one pill every single day. There were days I used to pop even two, depending upon how much have I been eating out. And since January this year, it's going to be almost a year, I haven't had one single pill. So for me, yes, I was able to reverse that. And I'm so happy and proud to be a part of this community, which has given me this huge, huge, huge health challenge reversal. So unhealthy gut versus healthy gut, very simple. Unhealthy gut would have food sensitivities. Healthy gut can tolerate most foods. I am more or less having exactly what I used to have a year ago, for which I used to still pop a pill every single day. But now, because the gut reset has happened, because I've been able to instill those habits in me, the same gut of mine is able to tolerate the same foods now without the intervention of that pill. An unhealthy gut will have bloating, it will have excessive gas, inconsistent stool. You will not feel good after having a meal. You could have, things being reflected on your skin surface. You would not sleep well. You will wake up pretty sapped out, constant fatigue. You will have mental health imbalances and weakened immune system. Vis-a-vis a healthy gut, you will not have any bloating, you will not have any acid reflux, you will have consistent bowels, little gas, you will feel more energetic because the food that you have eaten is giving you the nutrition that your body requires rather than the empty calories. It will show in your skin, it will show in your nails, like Farooq just said. You will have good hair quality. You will sleep like a baby at night if you can follow the circadian rhythm that we talk about, which is finish your meals by sunset so that there is a nice 4 5 hours gap before your bedtime. Your energy is consistent. You don't feel so tired and drained out all the time. You will not be depressed in a depression. Rather, you'll be very energetic and you will look forward to doing more activities. There'll be certainly less illnesses and very less seasonal allergies because your immunity will be sky high. So next step, let's do it together. Very, very important. These are a few things that we would recommend to you. Speak to the health buddy who's invited you on this platform. They will ask you to pick up a Karada scan, which is basically a weighing scale, digital weighing scale that can give you complete detailed analysis about what your weight is based on your height, how much water intake is happening, what is your muscle mass, what is your bone mass, what is your BMI, what is your visceral fat, what is your biological age, something that you need to check once in a week or every day to know where you are headed and how far are you from where you want to be. Fill up the HRA form that gives us a little input about your lifestyle and why are you joining this program. You will be recommended a few supplements by the health buddy, by Farooq or Anaita, which will help you bridge the nutritional gap between the food nutrition that you are taking in and the one that your body already needs. And finally, we do not finish any of our training sessions with shine because we want you to shine while you're a part of this program. And when you move out, you should be shining, keep shining, keep spreading that shine all around you so that we can reach out to more people, we can reach out to more family. Start your everyday with gratitude and optimism. It works magic. Have your nutrition daily because if the car does not have the fuel, the car won't run for long. Intentions, visualize and set clear intentions. Know what you want from this program. Put it down on paper. Share it with Farooq and Anaita. Share it with your health buddy so that we know where are you standing today, where do you intend going, and how will you complete that journey. Learn something new every day. I think this is one of my and Veda's key takeaway. We love to learn, despite going through these training sessions for the nth time. Each time we talk to you, we learn something ourselves. Exercise daily, exercise daily, exercise daily. There are no two thoughts about it. How is this program going to help you? How has it helped people in the past? It's a holistic health program for all. We have some testimonials for you to share that you've all heard from Veda. Most of you have, other than the ones who are here with us today for the first time. Veda was at a director level with one of the largest IT companies in the world. She was working practically 16 to 18 hours a day while taking care of her two grown-up daughters and her ailing parents when she became a part of this program. She practically did not have time to breathe, keep aside the fact that she would make proper diet and food for herself and make sure that she's following the regime of exercise and sleep and meditation and eating according to the circadian rhythm. Look at her skin before and look at her skin after. The image that you see on the bottom right corner, that's a flawless skin. The texture and the quality of the skin is flawless vis-a-vis her picture right above that, which is full of acne, which is full of pimples. Look at her photograph before and after on the left hand side. Do you think these two are same people? To me, I don't think so, but because I know her for sure and I have known her for a long time, I know this diva is the same person, both the sides, left and right. Here is another girl. She came to us with a lot of skin issues. Look at her skin on the left hand side and look at her face on the right hand side. This is the power of this program. Come to us with a lifestyle challenge. We will offer you a solution, helping you reverse that lifestyle challenge for you. And finally, this was my transformation, like Farooq spoke. This was me before I was a part of this program. This is me, happy, empowered, super glad that I've been a part of this community. We really want to spread the word of Har Ghar Healthy, Har Ghar Medicine Free. Please make sure not only you join and be a part of this program, share your meal plates as you are asked to and you're expected to. Share the word in your friends and family. Make sure that we grow this community so that we can cover every single household in India, not starting 1st of January 2025, but starting tonight as soon as I finish on this program. You've been a great audience. We'll see you next Friday. We are on Monday today. Till then, I hope you're able to get more people onto this community. Over to you, Ruchita. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much, Deepika. Thank you so much for explaining everything so beautifully. Guys, I just have an example. Okay, I have one of my ex teammates on this meeting right now, and we had this joke like along with our IT KTs that we knowledge transfer that we do, right? We're also sharing the doctor's numbers that we need to go and see afterwards for probably our spine treatments and things like that. So I think that's very common. I really hope that today has brought some light to why you need to understand the importance of taking charge of your health and why right now, right? Time is just slipping away, clock is ticking, and we are the only ones who can do anything about it. And if you've understood nothing else, just understand this, that your health buddy has the best of your interest in their minds. So just go through this process, hand holding with them, and they'll sail you through. For that, I'd
Today
like
we
to.
have Commander Vijay Vadhera wanting to speak.
Uh,
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. So I finished my 45 minutes walk while listening to today's program post dinner because that is to make sure that Farooq notes that down. Okay. Second thing, Farooq mentioned about initial uh, the health of the nails. Okay, but I know he had also told me what he probably forgot or missed out is a nail should always remain pink without putting a nail polish. Am I right, Farooq? Which in case of Anaita, it didn't happen. So now what I do whenever I meet a friend of mine, I'll just show me your nail first. So then you're okay. You're doing okay. Anyway, that is on a lighter note. So what I want to know, is there any criteria for getting your gut reset? I'm saying, how do I know whether I require a gut reset? What are the parameters, or it's like, how do I know when I have to do the health checkup? This kind of thing.
So technically, I mean, if you want to really monitor it well, you need a stool test, which will give you the ratio of your good bacteria and bad bacteria. But even if you don't do that, you can tell from the way your body is behaving that by and large, what I've noticed is that most people, I mean, if I take a sample of 100 people, less than 2 or 3% of the people over there will have the right balance of good bacteria. So you can presume that if you haven't done a gut reset, you probably, have more bad bacteria, more than 15%, and definitely good bacteria less than 50%. So
No. Okay, I'll give you an example. Like where afternoon siesta is a must for an old man like of me. So 4 to 6 I dive. My wife also likes to dive. When I get up, I am fresh in the sense ki fatafat get karke, what I have to do. But my wife takes time to get up, and then she feels lazy unless probably she has a half cup of hot tea, which I make, of course, dutifully. So do I presume that she requires a gut health? Or I don't require it.
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay. No. So that is one example. Are there any other parameters where, if I tell my friend here, I think you better get your health reset. So you say you tell me.
Yeah, like basically digestive issues, not feeling very energetic, having lifestyle challenges. These are all issues which really start from the gut. So if you get your gut reset done, now gut reset is a very simple thing. I mean, it's not like you got to go into an ICU or anything like that to get a gut reset done. All you need to do is to just actually, it doesn't even take 10 days. It actually only takes about 6 to 7 days. But since most people don't do things properly, we've extended it to 10 days. That all you need to do is to ensure that you restrict a certain food items. Okay, you restrict dairy, don't eat non-veg, you eat vegetarian food, and no smoking, no drinking. And that basically sorts out the gut quite well.
No,
Like
when you say gut reset, what do you do actually as a
say,
layman?
in gut reset, basically we say no dairy, okay,
No
no
dairy.
non-veg,
Okay,
all right, no alcohol, no smoking,
okay,
no sugar,
okay.
okay.
Even if my HbA1c is okay.
Oh, that is no relevance. This is not
Okay,
for
okay,
glucose control.
okay, okay,
Absolutely no sugar.
And
okay.
milk products
So
also.
just, yeah, no dairy. I said no milk
Yeah.
products.
So milk products is only the milk and the curd which I have. Nothing else.
Yes, yes. Sweets,
Okay. Sweets.
sweets
Okay.
made with curd. I mean, sweets made with
Okay.
milk.
No caramel custard. Okay. And what else?
Yeah, no caramel custard. Yeah,
Uh.
and no non-veg.
No. Okay. So if I do that for 7 days,
Yeah.
how will I know my gut has been reset? I mean, how do I measure it?
So that for measuring, it's a test. You have to take your stool test to do that.
Acha. So okay. So am I right in presumption that I do my stool test, get the parameters, do the gut reset, and again have a stool test?
That's the right.
That's the right way.
That's the absolute logical and right thing to do. But since it is very awkward to do all that stool test and all, we generally recommend that you don't even need that. Just do the gut reset and you'll be fine. But if you want to go ahead and do it, you will see the major difference.
No, I would like when I measure my glucose, with that meter and all, say it is 165, okay, which is on very higher side. So then I stop all the sugar, mithai, etc. Then after 1 month again I do. It has come down to 115. So that's the right way of knowing, this was the thing. So same thing, the stool test. So I think
whatever you monitor has a chance to improve in the right direction, because then you can apply the right logic. Okay.
So gut reset starts with a stool test, and then avoid this 10 days, whatever you have told me, and then again do the stool test and compare the reading, and then okay, your gut reset.
Yes.
Am I right? Am I on the right track?
Absolutely.
Not bad. I'm learning pretty fast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for taking that. I hope that gave a lot of clarity to everybody else too. I'll see you in the next session. Good night. Stay safe. Bye bye.